Better Rules, Better Outcomes is a New Zealand initiative that will enhance the way our government develops and implements regulatory systems and has attracted a lot of international attention. Rules govern the way we behave and operate. The rules are set out in legislation, which consists of Acts of Parliament and regulations. Simply put, Better Rules produces legislation in a digital format. That is, having particular types of legislation available in a code or code-like form that software can understand and interact with. Better Rules, Better Outcomes complements and enhances the current policy development process. The difficulty with legislation is that it is not written in a language that our digital devices and systems can understand. Currently, for legislation to be used by a device or digital system, humans need to translate and rewrite the legislation into software languages. Incorrect translation is a high risk for everyone. So what if legislation could be developed in English words and software code right from the start during the policy development process? Better Rules is a methodology that enables us to produce better logic expressed as concept model, decision trees, and rule statements. Together, these create a blueprint of the legislation, which then set out the rules of a regulatory system. Using the blueprint, we can write legislation in any language, for example, English words and software code. That software code can then easily be used in our devices and systems to assist people and businesses to understand, benefit from, and comply with legislation. The Better Rules approach involves working in a multidisciplinary team using human-centred design techniques. Together, they design the overall regulatory system to ensure it focuses on the needs of the end users of that system before any legislation is written. With the software code, we can test the overall legislative framework to identify gaps in the logic and the rules. The policy-making process becomes more agile and responsive to the needs of citizens. The software code is made publicly available, reducing duplication of effort and reducing the translation risk. So, who benefits? Those who create regulatory systems, those who interpret them, and those who experience them. Better Rules is a collaboration between multiple New Zealand government agencies. And remember, the rules of our regulatory systems are still developed by humans for humans. So don't get left behind. Get on board for better outcomes. Visit betterrules.govt.nz to find out more.